Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do this video again specifically. It's gonna be kind of similar to the allowance video, but not at the same time. It's called How to Ask a Man for Money. Now I will give probably like two literal like exact words of what I would say in this video, but it's not gonna be a video that's strictly just telling you like, hey, this is da-da-da-da, because that's not realistic whatsoever. But if you're interested and you would really like to learn how to ask a man for money properly, keep watching this video. How to ask a man for money. First of all, I got my lashes done today. I got a mega volume set and I got bottom lashes. I gotta get used to the bottom lashes. I love the top though. I love my lashes super full, super fluffy, honey. It's just my thing. But yeah, so if I'm picking in my eyes, y'all know. But okay, so how to ask a man for money. So I'm gonna keep this video real cute to the point because a lot of stuff I've said is repetitive and a lot of y'all already know. And the way y'all come with the questions is kind of like, okay, so I've been dealing with him for a minute, so how do I ask him for money? So the whole thing with, okay, we're gonna talk about in-person sugar daddies first, and then we're gonna talk about cyber, because in-person is freaking cake, okay? So you have to remember, when we're talking about sugar daddies specifically, we're talking about older men, okay? The key to focusing on older men, and I'm not talking about 30s, I'm talking about like late 40s and up, like 50, 60, you in the game, you know what I'm saying? But like late 40s and up, because like when they talking to young girls, they know they finna have to pay for it. You obviously paying for my attention because you know I don't actually like, I wouldn't actually give you my attention for free. Versus like a younger guy, it's like he might think you dating him for real, you know? And don't get me wrong, you can date young wealthy men, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like that young wealthy man, you would be trying to date him. You wouldn't be trying to sugar daddy him, you know? So you gotta understand the difference, because when you already set up and you've clarified, and you don't usually have to clarify it if he's freaking 50 and you're 25, you know what I'm saying? But he'll get the drift. He'll know from the beginning, like, obviously I'm expecting some kind of compensation or something for my time, you know? That's a common sense thing, you know? You're not gonna get my attention without giving me gifts and treating me like everything, you know? That's what most older men expect. So if you have been talking to him the right way from the beginning, it shouldn't be a shock when you ask him for anything. Like literally, you should be able to be like, yeah, babe, I think I'm going shopping today. You think you could send me 300? He's gonna say yeah. If he's your sugar daddy and he's into you and you've been doing everything you've been supposed to be doing, or, you know, so then I was talking about the damsel. If you're gonna play the damsel, I don't like the damsel. I'm sorry. I don't like the damsel. I always been a hustler, go get it, girl. Like I always told y'all with sugar daddies and stuff, this is always extra beneficial, but I'ma always be A1, you know? Like you gotta be a boss about stuff, you know? But, so I don't love the damsel. But for my girls that are damsels, I'm not hating, I'm not judging. But if you're gonna give an excuse as a damsel, that's basically somebody who puts himself in a bad situation to ask for the money. So like, oh my God, babe, like my car, like my engine blew and I have to spend $500 to get, you know, these pieces. And it could be some total BS, like your car could be perfectly running, you know, but you're like, oh my God, I don't have it, I need it, you know? And I'm more of like the girl that's like, I have it, but I want you to spend it, you know? So like, either one works though, don't get me wrong, men like both, it just depends on the type of guy. Go watch my types of sugar daddies video if you don't really understand the types of different guys. But yeah, like, so the damsel thing works, and the damsel thing always works if you give an excuse, you know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily, when you're dealing with a sugar daddy both online and offline, you don't want to bring up money right away, because like I said, if you've already attracted an older guy, he knows that he's gonna have to spend his money, he knows he's gonna have to buy you gifts, so you don't have to start talking about what you want and everything right away, because men don't want a girl that thinks, oh, she's just here for the money. He literally, even though it's a fantasy, he still wants to believe that you are somewhat into him. So you don't want to go right on in asking for money right away. Like, that's not the way to properly do it, like, at all. It's gonna turn him off and he'll cut you off, you know? Another thing with one of my girls I was talking with this week, She wasn't clear on her call, the call being like $250, and then him sending her money for shopping as well, and they ended up in an argument and he didn't want to pay. Okay, so honey, that's fine if you don't want to pay, but please know that we'll no longer be conversating, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay if a man is just straight up like, okay, fine, like, everybody ain't for everybody, girl. You done got you a little chump change about him, okay, slide on to the next guy. It's whatever. Don't ever let a man in the sugar world affect your feelings, girl. It's all a part of the game, okay? I know I said something like this in my allowance video, but say for instance, this is still referring to in-person sugaring. You've been dating this guy for a while, so y'all going on maybe 2 to 3 dates, high dates. He's spending that cash, you know what I'm saying? Probably brought you a gift or two. You can always be like, you know, I've been really enjoying everything that we've been building. I really like the connection we're having, and I just really want to know, like, what are your intentions? Have you thought about ways we can be mutually beneficial towards each other? What's next? Like, anything along those lines. Like, you know, you don't want to make it sound like you like sexual or something, but you do want to make it seem like, you know, what are your intentions for this relationship? Like, are we clarifying that we have a sugar baby, sugar daddy relationship? Are we clarifying when we're going to see each other? Are we clarifying how much money you're going to give me each time you see me? Are we clarifying what bills of mine you're going to pay each month? Like, after the 3rd day with an older man, he know it's coming. It's time for you to bring it up. And you don't want to let him get too comfortable thinking that you're just cool with just nice dinners and spending time with him. No, it's time for you to pay some bills. So you have to be very clear, and you have to be very, you know, open about it. Like, you should not be ashamed to bring up asking for money. And that's where a lot of y'all like getting like, how do I ask? Stop being shy. Just ask for the money. You're probably scared he's gonna say no. If he says no, cut him off. Like, and like I said, we're not talking about a relationship. We're not talking about dating. We're talking about a sugar daddy, or we're talking about cyber dating. You know what I'm saying? If he's refusing to give you what you're asking for, then what's the point in giving him any attention? Come on now, you know? So another question that I had that I wanted to throw in as a conversation in this video is, and this is another video that I really want to do tonight. So if my notes are all together, I'm probably going to do it tonight too. But how to find a sugar daddy. So, you know, we talk about sugaring online all the time, but we don't really talk about where to go out and find a sugar daddy. So I'm going to do a whole video on that. But what I wanted to say based on that is, say for instance, you do meet a sugar daddy out and y'all are going on dates, and y'all haven't really clarified the whole sugar daddy, sugar baby, like, relation type thing yet, because y'all actually met in person versus being able to build a online or, you know, virtual relationship and discuss different things before you actually see them in person, since you met them in person to start. So what I would do, let me see what I wrote. On the 3rd or 4th date, you want to either bring up, like, you know, so I would just wanted to let you know that this is typically what I'm used to when I'm dating older men. This is the lifestyle that I'm used to, and I just wanted to, you know if you're comfortable providing what I'm used to already receiving. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know if he can afford it by the 2nd date. You know what I'm saying? Even if a guy really goes all out on the 1st date, by the 2nd date, you know what's in pockets really talking about, you know? So then you can determine if it's even gonna be worth asking him for, or if he's worth being a sugar daddy, or if he's worth being a little lick that you get a little coin off of here and there, you know? So you gotta determine all of that out. So another way you could do it too, this is a damsel way of doing it, is after the 4th day, bring up a stressful situation, like something that happened that, oh my God, babe, like I need help with da 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 da. If he says no, then like I just don't really think that he would say no, you know. But if he was to say no, then he's not the guy for you. You need to cut him off. Like, most guys don't say no to a girl they're really interested in, that really needs their help, unless they're just really like broke or not worthy. So if that happens, just cancel that, erase it, throw it out, boo, you know what I'm saying, and move on to the next guy. Another thing that I mentioned in the last video, okay, say for instance allowance comes up and he asks you how much you need each month. Okay, so a good way to go about it if you're nervous is, of course, like a barter like thing. Okay, so say for instance I need my bills, okay, about $3,000 a month, right? So if I need about $3,000 a month, I'm definitely gonna ask you for at least $5,000 to $4,500 first, and then maybe we can work a deal out to get to at least $3,500. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still getting way more than what I need because I've already added to the original $3,000. But if he was to say no to the $5,000, or if he was like, well, maybe we can work something a little lower out, me saying, okay, $4,000 will actually work. I can make that work. You know what I'm saying? For now I can make that work. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's the ways you can, you know, barter him, you know, make it seem like, well, okay, yeah, we can do this, whatever. But another thing you have to think of when you're asking for an allowance, you gotta make sure that you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I'm asking for $5,000 a month, do I look worth $5,000 a month? Yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? Do I handle myself like I'm worth $5,000 a month? Yes, I do. You know, do I make you smile like I should be paid $5,000 a month? Yes, I do. So therefore, you should feel very comfortable asking him whatever that fee that you decide you're worth is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna repeat this one more time. With all the stuff I'm stating right now, I'm specifically targeting older men. I'm not talking about young dating. I'm not talking about relationships. I'm talking about strictly sugaring and locking in the big bags from the beginning. You know, the key to being a real sugar baby, you have an allowance, you have a set agreement. You don't have to wonder what you're making this month. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that bag is already secured. Oh, I'm getting that every other Friday. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to be on when you're trying to focus on getting a sugar daddy's pockets running, you know? So, yes. I believe that's all I have for you guys for... Oh, wait, no. I didn't even talk about the cybering. But with the cybering, I talked about that in the other video. With cybering, damsels really work really well. Like, you know, whatever. It's easy to be like, oh, yeah, could you help me with this, whatever. I'm a little short on this, so could you send me like $200 for whatever. Or I know I said in another video, say for instance, you just, babe, I've been feeling down. I really just want to feel glam. Do you think you could send me some money to get my hair and nails done? That's a smooth $300. And really more than that if you're getting a fresh wig and you're getting your nails done, because your hair is gonna cost at least $250 to $300. Then the install gonna cost you $100, and then your nails gonna cost you around $75 to $100. And you know, we might want to get our toes done too, and we don't just want a polish change, we want a whole pedicure, so that's like another $40. So I mean, $500. I feel like $500 is cool, and I feel like if you're doing what you're supposed to do, he'll send you that $500. Look at all the comments on all my videos with all the other tips. All my girls are getting money, getting coin, you know? So just make sure that you are doing everything right. If they're not responding, your pictures and your bio are off. Get it together. I now offer a revamp program. It is available on my website. I'm going to start linking all my stuff below so y'all can easily get into it. I know I mentioned in another video, my 21-day challenge is going to start August 1st. Every day is $1, literally $1 to change your lifestyle. Duh, come on. But also my mentorship program starts actually tomorrow. But yeah, so y'all hear more about that in other videos, and I think I'm gonna dish one more out for y'all tonight on how to find a sugar daddy everywhere, you know. And other than that, I'll see you beauties in the next video.